Hey guys, this is WhatiF here. Boy, this looks bad. I mean, this looks really, really bad. So we got our first little word of it on TMZ or TMZ Sports of basically a statement from TMZ Sports saying we are aware of an incident that occurred last night in the process of gathering information. We're taking things into serious matter, and apparently Brian France, CEO of NASCAR, busted for DUI and oxycodone. And there's a quote he says, "Don't you know who I am?" So I'll read this off here pretty quickly. It says, CEO and chairman NASCAR was arrested for DUI on Sunday evening in the Hamptons, and cops said he was in possession of oxycodone. TMZ Sports has learned. The 56-year-old, one of the most powerful people in professional sports, was initially stopped in Sag Harbor, New York, while driving a 2017 Lexus. Cops say he blew through a stop sign at 7:30 p.m. During the stop, we're told officers suspected France was intoxicated and conducted a full field sobriety test, which France bombed. We're told France's blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. Cops say during the stop, they found oxycodone pills during the search of his person. So France was arrested and hauled to a nearby station. Controlled substance of the 7th degree, booked for DUI, criminal possession, and all that. France spent the night in jail and was released Monday morning. And sources tell us during the process, France was name-dropping of all the powerful people he knew and even mentioned his relationship with President Donald Trump. And then it just talks about, the France family and Bill France and all that sort of stuff. And what are my thoughts on it? Well, it looks bad, and it is bad. Really, really bad. Not only for just this in general, but for the timing of this. We got, Chase Elliott got his first win, what seems to be NASCAR's new favorite driver, and a huge sort of story and everything, and it's been something fans have been wanting and to see out of Chase, and he delivered. And then we get this sort of news, which is a big, cataclysmic deal. I mean, people have always gave him shit that he doesn't need to be in this sport anymore. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I don't blame people. And this whole instance here doesn't look good. It looks awful. Absolutely awful. And the fact that he's telling cops and stuff that he was name-dropping all the powerful people he knows is like, how much more of an ego boost does he need for his conscience to be satisfied? It's ridiculous, and it's just embarrassing to the sport as a whole and what the family has been established before him and what he kind of represents, or the France family name. I mean, it's he's been fucking it up for years now, and this is just terrible. Bill France Sr. and Bill France Jr., they built the sport. There's really nothing too much you could say that were bad about what they did or anything. I mean, they elevated the sport in different ways in their own era. And then here is Brian France pretty much tarnishing the legacy and everything, and just this shit here, it looks bad. And there's so many different factors that can possibly lead into this. Will Monster Energy stay? Will certain NASCAR sanctioning tracks after their contracts are over, will they just not want to be associated with it? I don't know. I'm not the go-to guy to have these answers, but there's just some things to think about like that, and there was already rumors of him, wanting to sell NASCAR and stuff, and then he came out with an interview or something saying, he doesn't want to do that. He thinks the sport's fine, which is a load of bullshit, because he's in denial and wants to kind of, have this facade or persona that NASCAR's fine and there's no issues with it. Just delusional shit, and it just completely like ignores all the problems and criticism NASCAR has been getting and everything. So just things like that. And then hearing this, I mean, this really solidifies people's points of just somebody else wanting to take over NASCAR. And it's a very tricky sort of thing, because obviously, you know, in this case with, you know, Brian France, you would have to have somebody, some CEO that understands what NASCAR is, or understands what made it popular, and try to stay away from a lot of gimmicky things. Somebody has to be in the position to understand like what NASCAR is, and not, you know, fuck it up even more. So they need to have somebody in the position to have the right sort of intentions, and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, you don't want to have somebody make it turn into 100% scripted, make it more gimmicky than what it is or anything. But you just got to be careful with, you know, whoever you put in charge of that, if they were gonna pick someone else. But I don't know. I don't even know what my thoughts of it are honestly. I mean, I think it's just kind of common sense. It's bad. It doesn't look good. It also, the fact he was name dropping powerful people, and it's like, what? Yeah, well, I guess that could explain why he's not at racetracks half the damn time, because maybe he's just drunk a lot of the time. I don't blame him. The sport's fucking falling apart, and you're just drinking your problems away. I don't even know what more to say, but this is just absolutely disgusting. And I just, you know, I was in the hive yesterday, and then we get this, and this like almost overshadows Chase Elliott's win, and how just important it was, and how well it was like positively received. And then we get, you know, shit like this. I mean, even when something goes right, I mean, something like this has to pop up. Like, 2018's been such an up and down season, and this is another one of those instances. It's just a shame. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty disgusted. It's just, ugh, God, I got nothing really more to say. I think it's just kind of obvious. Like, it looks bad, and it is bad for NASCAR and for other possible investors. It's just, let me know what you think. I got nothing more to say. Real Rabbit might do a video talking about it, so I'm sure it's better than mine. So maybe, I don't know. I'm recording this right as soon as he tweeted something about it, so I don't know. But I'm just saying. Have a good day, everyone, because I don't think Brian France is right now.